Greetings, District 117, friends, family, future Toastmasters. I'm your District Director, Ramona Baylor, and here with Joyce Tynes, who we are going to spotlight for the month of April. District 117 wants to spotlight members of the district who are making a difference. Welcome, Joyce. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you. Good morning.
I have a few questions. Good morning. A few questions for you, and just for you to share a little bit about yourself, about Toastmasters. Can you tell everyone here why Joyce Tynes joined Toastmasters?
Well, Toastmasters, we had somebody at work back in 2011, 12 that money was tight. We didn't have a lot of training dollars, and somebody learned about Toastmasters and brought it in. And so we had a big demo meeting. And when I say big, there was like 80 people in this room, and all kinds of dignitaries were there. The president of Toastmasters happened to be in the district, and he was even there. And so we did this, and my boss looked and told every one of us in the department, I think you should join. We're going to start having presentations with senior leaders. I was the only one that raised my hand in the department, and the only one through the history of Toastmasters and Genware so far from our group that did. And I started in 2012 and been going ever since.
Wow, thank you. Can you share with the group here what club that was, and did you fall into a leadership role immediately?
The club is called Captivating Dialogues. It was a corporate club at the time. Within, I would say, 3 months, we didn't have a VP of membership. So I raised my hand so that I could, one, let other people in the business know, but two, help the club out to grow, because the club was just starting out. Yes, we had our 20 members, but any club, people start getting in and think they know what they're getting into. And then all of a sudden, especially with a corporate club, other things get in the way. So we knew that we had the challenge of keeping the membership going.
Thank you. So Vice President Membership, Captivating Dialogue. What did you learn as being a young officer? And then throughout the years, what other roles have you filled in the club leadership?
I have done all roles except VP Education and VPPR. In a corporate club, we're all basically VPPR because we work advertising, and we did a lot of open houses. Even though it was a corporate club, it was on the banners, letting everybody know. We had it plastered all over the building. So in essence, everybody was, PR for the group. But it was exciting, especially when we convinced the company to let us open it up to the outside. We knew to be a thriving club that we needed to grow outside of the Genworth arena. And we had, being in North Raleigh, lots of entrepreneurs, a lot of businesses. And so we saw the club change a lot by opening it up. And that was a fun experience. Being young in the club, we did it about 3 years after the club opened. And I think that was one of our biggest accomplishments.
All right, thank you. That is interesting, to start as a corporate club and then transition and evolve into a community club. So having said that, how has being a member of Toastmasters and being a leader in a Toastmasters club, how has that helped you personally and professionally?
I think it's helped me professionally. I'm not in a management role. Okay, I wasn't in a management role up through Friday. Since early on in my career, I wanted to be an individual contributor, but you still want to have those leadership abilities, which when you were leading projects, it is leadership. And the more I was able to do within Toastmasters just gave me the confidence to be able to run a good project, know how to report out. So it really benefited me. It also helps me on the personal side with all of my volunteering, running projects, and help work with the different groups that I work with.
All right, everyone. So you've heard builds confidence professionally and personally, and helps you within the community when you're volunteering. Thank you for sharing that, Joyce. Now let's just take one step back. When you were talking about being a leader in the club, in Toastmasters, the Toastmasters year ends June 30th. And what we're getting ready to start is officer elections. What
correct.
can you share with current Toastmasters and maybe even future Toastmasters, how that actually takes place and why it's so important for the handoff of the new officers?
I think every club does it just a little bit different, but as a group, as the officers that were there, we would look at the current membership and determine who we thought would be good. And there was a lot of times as a leader, you might ask somebody to help you with things, kind of gearing them up for that next step of knowing here's what's involved and not going into it so green. We always tried to have a combination of existing officers and bring in new so that the whole board didn't switch over at one time to have experience and to have new blood, new ideas. And then we would start sending out emails. We would be talking to people through up through April when we would do our elections. And when we do our elections, give a description of what the jobs are, because a lot of people don't know what's entailed. We worked really hard on getting our members to go to the TLIs so that they could see what was going on. And we had some good luck with that. We'd have people to go so they wouldn't feel like they were overwhelmed, know what support there was. And so then in April, we would try to have our elections so that during the month of May and June, we could do a smooth handoff, that the new officers could start coming to the board meetings and really get a feel of where we were, what the goals were, so that there was a smooth transition and you'd hit the road, the ground running in July.
Wow, excellent. Everyone, you heard it here. So mentoring is extremely important for the handoff, the transparency. I like that you said we just shared. What does the role involve? So I think a lot of clubs do that, but like you said, every club has their own culture. And it sounds like this culture is something easy to fall into, and you're gradually bringing them in. You have those couple of months of transition, which we would like for all the clubs to do in District 117. Because we're a new district, can you share with the people on the other end of this video, what is your role in the new district?
With the new district, I am finance manager, and it has had its challenges being for all of us, because we're brand new and knowing, not having an existing budget, and then with the pandemic and being virtual has had but it's been fun. It's been great to kick off a new district and start them off on what we hope is a very successful life in Toastmasters.
Yes, and I can attest for the trio, and those are the top three leaders in the district. We love Joyce. She has made this transition from being split to being new, helping us understand our budget and feeling comfortable every time we meet that we're doing the right thing because Joyce is at the helm. Thank you so much, Joyce, for that, for doing that for us. And then finally, can you share with those individuals on the other end of this video on why they should visit a Toastmasters club and then potentially join a Toastmasters club?
To visit, and I'll have people call me up that I know, parents of children that we have in youth programs, and tell them, to go. Sometimes it's scary to think, oh my gosh, I have to get up and I have to talk in front of people, or I have to talk on a Zoom call. And it's just go and visit. And every club has its own personality. So many of our clubs, we have so much fun. I mean, even though we're serious, we're working on enhancing your skills at communication and at leadership. It's a lot of fun. And getting involved in more than one club it's a challenge, but every club has its own personality and you get to meet so many wonderful people. I have so many friends I have made throughout the state of North Carolina that I would have never known if it hadn't been for Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Joyce. And that's so true. So broaden your horizons, come join, or even just visit a club. You'll have fun. And there's over 100 clubs in District 117. And I know there's a club for you. Thank you again, Joyce, for having this conversation with me, sharing a little bit about yourself and your Toastmasters experience. We look forward to what's coming next for Joyce Tynes. Thank you again, Joyce.
Thank you, Ramona.
Bye-bye.
Bye.